Hi, friends. Welcome back. Good evening. Thank you for joining wherever you are joining from. And of course, it's another exciting evening. It's always good to be together with people, the right people with the right mindset. So, guys, as you join in, do well to share, subscribe to our channels, and join in the conversation. This is very important. So, this evening, we are looking at the fact that we are not only the first, but we are the best. So, we are number one in everything. What is your perspective? What do you think? So drop it in the chat section. Guys, welcome. Hi, Andy.
Hi guys. Awesome. Are we
Yes.
or are we not awesome?
Oh yeah. We are
Oh
more
yeah.
than we are more than awesome. Let me try to follow some alphabetical order now. Anita, hi, welcome.
Evening, everyone. Glad to be here again. Yes, we definitely are the best, and definitely we are the first of our kind. So, we've got something to offer other people don't have.
Yeah, sure, definitely. And of course, let's hear from our own colleagues in the house. You're welcome.
Hello, everyone. The brand ambassadors, we are here again today. Yes, as the topic goes, we are the best. Yeah, life is always good in ONPASSIVE. Thank you for coming.
Yeah, sure. Thank you. Thanks. Anita, when Ash made this statement the other day, when we were looking at the development in Dubai, I thought of something you said last time because I know there's sometime you brought a powerful topic here when you said we are not in comparison or in competition with anybody, but we have the solution to everybody. So does that sound like the same thing what Ash was saying, that we are the best and we are number one? What do you think?
Yeah, well, we're definitely the best, of course. Um, and number one, but yeah, what you were saying, what we were talking about before was that we're not really anybody's competition with our solution. We're everybody's solution. So it doesn't matter what business anybody's in, we have a solution for them. We've just got a solution for even if somebody's in, I don't know, let's say websites. I know that we've got that. It doesn't matter because they'll be able to use other products of ours. So it doesn't matter when people sort of say about competitors. We don't really have any competitors. We are completely unique. And we are literally everyone's solution, no matter what business they're in. It doesn't matter if they have, gone off the top of my head now, whether it's websites, whether it's traffic, they can
VPN,
still use
all
our
those.
stuff. It doesn't matter, whatever they've got, whether they've got something we've got, it's not going to be the same as ours anyway, but they still need to use other things and we can still, provide that to them. So we are everybody's solution, really.
Wow, thank you, sis. Thanks. So, Andy, what do you think? What came to mind when Ash says we? So, because he was quoting some other company, we said we might not be the best, but we are the first, or something like that. And Ash said, why not be both best and first? So, what came to mind?
For me, let's go back to early 90s with Microsoft and Microsoft is the only similarity that you could have. Now, bearing in mind, it took Microsoft 8 years to become a unicorn company. We've done it before we launched or at launch, but Microsoft put PowerPoint and Word and Excel together under one umbrella. What Ash and his team have created an entire suite of digital products. So there's 50 plus products, and the beauty of it is that they're all integrated and they all use artificial intelligence. So let's take OConnect as a good example. Our video conferencing platform, it will have no limits. It's already been tested with 3 times the number of people that max out on other video conferencing platforms. So our first test, it's capable of holding 64,000 people. So to say that we have competition would be wrong, because all of our products, they're not unique, but they are unique in the fact that they have additional features that no other product on the market has. So they are way over market value, and have no comparison to what we have with anything else. So as I said, our video conferencing platform as one product is head and shoulders above the rest of the video conferencing platforms on the market. And the thing is, now that the companies that do these video conferencing platforms are going, oh, hold on a minute, now we're way behind, we need to catch up. Well, we're 3 years ahead. So by the time they've caught up, we'll still be 3 years ahead. Phenomenal. Back to you.
Thanks so much. Thanks, bro. Of course, we are 3 years ahead. That's why you'd hear I say, catch us if you can, right? So, Collins, I was just asking the team what came to mind when I said we are both the best and we are the first. Do you have anything to say to that?
Yeah. So this famous quotation was from the founder of Alibaba, Jack Ma. You know, Ash quoted that day, and it was really wonderful because he said, you don't have to be the best at what you do, but the first to put it out. You know, so no matter what you do, you just have to be the first. Because you know, when it comes to technology, if you put it out first, then you make a lot of money. And I said, why not both? Why not be the best and the first? Because when you build a proper and a better solution that stands out of the crowd, and you put it out again, then you know you hit the market. You know, because if you look at those outdated technology, they always want to be the first, the first. Even if you come into our ONPASSIVE brand ambassador, they always want to be the first to give information. And when you be the first to give information, you always give bad, misleading information. So it's not always good to rush first. Take it, assimilate it, make sure what you are putting out will be the best information. And at that time, when you put out the best information, it means you are the first person to put out the best information. Because when you rush, you put something which is really terrible, and the person who come behind you will put not only the best, but the first, because he is the first to put the best in. So that's what Ash wanted to say. He said, we are the best, and we will be the first to put it out. Because what ONPASSIVE have done has never been done before. Everything is built organically from scratch, you know, with AI-driven, automated, you know, disruptive features and all of those things. So we are good at what we are doing. And what they're talking about, automation. This is the world now. Everywhere you go in IT, they will talk about automation. It is not hard to automate. It's not really easy to automate things. But Ash is coming with something out there, the best and the first to put it out. So it's the comfort. Over to you.
Wow, thank you guys for that powerful beginning. You know, a lot of things were said on this day. I think we would need to come here a few more times to actually exhaust that, because you remember the exciting contract with the pictures we have at the back now, the 10-year contract with the transportation company to own a naming right? And that also came with another pack. You know, it actually lead to strike another deal, which means ONPASSIVE is going to partner with this transportation company with their communication tools, which means on their stationery and stuff, everything you will see ONPASSIVE on it. So that, to my own understanding, too, is what makes Ash say, yes, of course, we are number one, because I'm sure many people have wanted to do this and they haven't. So what does this contract mean to us, including the subcontract again with the communication department and so on? So what do all of these contracts signing here and there mean to us as a company and us as founders? Anita, I know that you come from the marketing background too, not from the sales, I think. Marketing or sales, from your background, what would this mean to us?
Yeah, I mean, obviously more sales rather than marketing, but you know, obviously every single thing he's doing at the moment, you know, it's about branding, isn't it, as well? You know, branding the company, but also for stability. Everything that he's putting in place means that we're showing the world how stable our company is. So for founders, for future customers, and for resellers coming, they're going to look at this and think, wow, you know, this company's really going places. They've got a lot of clout. They've got a lot of, you know, good stuff behind them in order to be able to achieve this. You know, they're not going to give this platform to just anybody. But Ash did say, you know, there's some big names that were also, I think, attempting to get this station, and we beat them to it. Now, you know, if you start looking up what companies are also in Dubai, you know, you've got to be careful, but the biggest name, beginning with a G, everybody, you know, they're in Dubai. Were they one of them? Possibly. But we certainly beat them, haven't we? Because, you know, I mean, we are new, but look at how big we have been displaying ourselves in Dubai for some time now. And, you know, if we can get that spot, that train station spot, definitely above some other big name companies, watch out. But, you know, come on board, because you've got one hell of a company backing behind you, haven't you? You are in a safe place, in safe hands, you know. And what did we say before? Comfort, home and dry. That was the one you hadn't heard of before. You're home and dry once you're with ONPASSIVE. That's
Yeah,
it.
I was so happy. Yeah, no, indeed, we're home and dry because I had to have a quick look to understand it because it's very sweet expression I heard from you for the first time. Oh, we're home and dry. I think this sounds really, you know, that's just what we are. That's where we are right now. So, Andy, I would like to hear from your own perspective too, just like Collins, maybe after you, because the signing of these contracts, 10 years to own a naming right on station, I think station number 27, if I'm not making mistake, on that
29.
metro. Yes. And then furthermore, we struck another deal with the communications department of the same company for them to carry our logo, our name on their stationery, on everything of theirs. What does this mean to us as a business and as business partners?
It's an incredible opportunity because RTN is a government organisation. So it's all about building foundation. If you build a strong foundation to start with, you can build the company as high as you like. And Colin says it with software. You know, if you patching software and you carry on patching, it's like building a high-rise building on a two-story house. It doesn't work. Sooner or later, it will collapse. So if you've got the foundations correctly done in the first place, then you can build as high as you like. And this is exactly what Ash is doing. Now, we're a company with a difference. We don't owe anything. Yeah. We've not borrowed any money to get to the situation that the company is in right now. We don't owe anyone anything, and we haven't borrowed anything. So this is a massive difference from the likes of other big companies. You know, social media groups, the search engine, the delivery service, the web services. All of these other companies took a minimum of 6 years to become a unicorn company. And yet we've done this on launch. Okay, Ash and his team have created something that is built from the bottom up. So everything has been created from scratch, no patching. So the groundwork, the foundations have been done correctly. And this is just adding on layer after layer after layer. As Anita quite rightly said, this is all about branding. If you've got the branding correct, then everybody kind of looks at ONPASSIVE and goes, hold on a second, what's different? So, you know, as I said before about Microsoft having those products put together under one group. Now, this is totally different from the point of view that it's a lot more products, but it's single sign-on. You don't have to come out of one product to go into another. It's all within the ecosystem. So it is totally different to anything you've ever seen before. There's nothing like it on the market. The products are way above market value and they're value for money. Yeah. Now we know that using Zoom with the corporate setup, that ONPASSIVE has been paying $8,500 a month to use the system to max out at 20,000. But we all know if you've got more than 16,000, people get kicked out. Those with poor bandwidth can't use the system because it just won't let them in, or they get kicked out very quickly. Now, with our system, not only can these people be on the call, they can have their video on because the AI technology sends bandwidth to them to be on that call. But we're not limited to 20,000. As I said, it's been tested at 64,000, and the next level will be 100, and the next level unlimited. So, but the cost is considerably different than 8,000 a month. So it's a phenomenal start to what I believe, my opinion is, will be one of the largest companies the world has ever seen. But done with heart, done in a different way, and done the proper way that every business should adhere to. It's not all about profit. Yeah, all of the companies on this globe, it's all about capitalism and profit. It's wrong. Yeah, and my word is my bond, and that's the way it should be. It's never that way when you're dealing with large corporations. I'm sorry, but it's just not. So we're different.
Oh my God, Andy, that was big. Thank you so much. Thank you. I really appreciate that. Guys, this is value for nothing we are getting here. Kindly share this video because people just need to listen to this. Earlier on, Anita was just pouring it out. Collins is connecting. Andy, this is very useful and big information we're having here. So every ear needs to listen to this. If you can, please kindly share. And why not subscribe and click on the bell if you haven't yet, because we intend to come here every minute as much as we have the time. We always stop here to make sure we keep it going. So Collins, I think I don't want to say because they have said wonderful things. God know that you still have a blast to land here now. So what is your own, from your own angle, what do you think about these contracts that we were talking about, we're discussing on Saturday with the CEO and his team?
This is really massive. You know, I know a lot of founders, they will be asking, why all this contract? You've just built the solution, and now why are you not releasing it? Why haven't we been in the market? Why do you keep on getting train station, doing all of this? And Andy just explained it well, and Anita, you know. So if you look at it very well, you can build the best possible thing you want to build. But if the product doesn't have exposure, nobody will ever know it. That's the first thing. Most of the founders must know this. Who do you speak to? For instance, Andy owns a shop, and someone tell you, Andy, I've done something or built something nice. Someone comes, you just point, oh, go to that shop. You don't even know the name of the product. You don't even know it's owned by Andy Berks. You know, say, what is the name of the shop? You cannot even pronounce Andy Berks. That is Andy Berks shop. And if Andy Berks didn't do really proper branding, they'll say, you know what, it's dodgy. I don't trust him. I've never heard of that name. It's exactly what Mr. Ashbofara is doing. You know, branding ONPASSIVE. Yes, we've given the name ONPASSIVE. Now, how do you make the name known to the public, to the entire globe? It's by what they are doing now. Getting Burj Khalifa, you know, the tallest building, you know, getting a metro, you know, name on a metro station. And they know it's not, Dubai is a very rich country, and they will testify this. They don't need money. It's not because ONPASSIVE is super. But there is something, because they've looked at ONPASSIVE, they know what ONPASSIVE is doing is really aligned with the company, with the country's roadmap, what they want to achieve in the nearest future or far. So they've looked at it and said, if we go by ONPASSIVE, with ONPASSIVE, we can really put ourselves, you know, on the map when it comes to technology and AI. Because if it is money, Dubai they don't need it. Bring what, put it on the table. Let's look at it, and we give you and say, this is it. So this country, Andy will bear with me. Andy knows that this country is so rich, but they want the right solution. Who can give us what we want, and we will partner with you. And they look at everybody, all those companies, they say yes. So it's a win-win situation for the country as Dubai and for ONPASSIVE as a new company coming to make name. We are saying new, but ONPASSIVE is like, has been existing for the past 20 years, because the way ONPASSIVE have just grown, it's just like, my God, a company that have not even put a product, one product in the market, sellable product. is growing rapidly because of what? Because of branding. Everywhere you go now in Dubai is ONPASSIVE. Why Dubai? It's a strategic move, strategic marketing, positioning. You know, why not Cameroon, my country? Nobody will even know if you take it to Cameroon. But Dubai is strategic because they know, and Andrew there with, I think 2 million or how many million tourists go there a year, 20 million or what? You know, business tourists go to Dubai. What would they see? Higher than that, maybe 200, more than that, you know. And what would they see? ONPASSIVE everywhere. You know, they'll use that metro. You know, I think it's one of the most popular metro now coming. Everywhere you go, your ticket is ONPASSIVE. What will happen? They will go and look. Oh, what is really all about this company? They go to Google, they go and check, they look at it. Products that every company, anybody in this world will use it. And they'll say, my goodness, now we will find a home, an ecosystem, a mall like the Dubai Mall. ONPASSIVE is even giant like that mall. When we look at Dubai Mall, think about ONPASSIVE. That is the roadmap ONPASSIVE is going. You know, it is just massive. So for founders who are still thinking why, this is the answer. You need to position yourself. You need to brand your company so they will know it worldwide, and then they will understand what you are doing. And, you know, it will bring a lot of customers, lot of traffic, because that is what we want. You cannot put something, you can have the best product, but if you don't market it well, nobody will know. It's like you've cooked a food, you cooked a delicious meal, leave it in the kitchen while the guests are waiting in the living room. You are not bringing it out. They tell you, bring it out, you're not bringing your food out. But you've prepared the best, but your best is not best enough because you've not even moved it. You know, so you have to move it. So ONPASSIVE now is moving that food to the public to meet the customer at the point of their need. That is what they are doing, and it's just massive. We can 10 years, you know, founders, 10 years in you know, giving you a right to name. It's just massive, because think about the traffic. It's the comfort. Take it.
Sure. I knew you were just going to make you were going to make it just great. You know, this actually comes to make every other person, because I understood it though, but some people might have been wondering. The other day, Dr. Soha asked a question which she answered by herself though. Will ONPASSIVE keep growing? And she said, oh yes, we have just begun. You know, so when you listen to stuff like this, that's when you start nodding, say, I think I know what she means. So, however, guys, we are unique, we stand out, we are like nothing else anybody has ever seen. However, let us make ourselves worthy of a brand ambassador of this kind of a business. Let's make ourselves worthy. Don't go and say, I own ONPASSIVE, and say, what is it all about? You can't even explain. On this note, I just want us to have a quick discussion about our free products that are already there. Anita, I think we've had this conversation before, because we've realized that we are just all over the place about ONPASSIVE. But then, how many people know how to like create their profile on ONET, or send and receive mails and so on, and who is playing with it, who is going there and practicing how to use it, so that you explain to people that this is how much value we have and you need this. So what do you have to say, or what advice do you have to say from this perspective?
Okay, so an interesting topic, because one that I'm a bit passionate about at the moment. You know, I want to get a video out there or something, because, you know, I put this to my team of founders, invited founders, whatever we call them now. But anyway, you know, the thing is, how can you, my question to people is, how can you share a link to a product that you don't understand, you haven't even looked at, or you haven't even touched, you haven't even created a profile for? It's very difficult, you know, coming from a sales background, really, it's very difficult to sell something you know nothing about, isn't it, really? So, you know, the thing is, everyone's saying, we just want our links, when are we going to get the links, we want to be earning money. But actually, my question is, well, are you ready for your links? Are you actually ready for your links? What do you mean by that? Well, I mean, are you ready to give out a link? If you gave a link to a friend, be it someone personal, you know, or a Facebook friend, and you said, come and have a look at our own net, they came on there, registered, they're going to start looking for your profile to request your friendship, aren't they? So if you haven't actually created a profile, how are they going to find you? And if you haven't got a profile yourself, you're not a very good advert for your own business, are you? Do you see my point? So it's very much a thing here that people are going to have to start realizing. Look, yes, you're waiting for links to start doing this and that with, but you've got a little bit of work to do first before you're ready for those links. And that is one, know how to get your own net profile set up. Start playing with it, start using it. We know there have been some little things that need fixing here and there, but you can still create a profile. We should, as Asha said many times, we should actually be communicating to one another. Founders should be communicating on ONET. All these chat groups on Facebook, Messenger, whatever. Crazy. We've got our own platform called ONET, and that's where we should be communicating. So people don't have to go crazy, but just get a profile, get on there. When you give your link out, it's not going to look good if people look for you and you're not there. Same with Omail. A friend of mine, just a quick thing here, a friend of mine phoned me last night. She, again, one of my founders, and she said, yeah, you're right, I haven't even looked at it. I know that you sent this, but I haven't had time. And I said, the thing is, really, it's not about, I haven't found the time. The thing is, it's not about finding time, it's about making time. You can't find time, you have to make time, okay? So she said, right, she said, yeah, she said, let's do it now. So we did it right there and then on the phone together. And she went on there and she went on to Omail. She basically sent me a video mail, and I sent one to her. She was blown away. She said, oh my God, I didn't realize it was this good. She said, I'm really impressed. And then she checked the text to speech and speech to text. We did that. And she said, my God, I'm really impressed now. I totally understand what you're saying. I can now give out my link for that quite confidently, quite confident that I know how it works. Then she went on to do her profile on ONET. We did both of them with a little bit of chit chat in between as well. Within 20 minutes. How much time did that take to set those things up, to be a proud, ambassador for your business, your products? If you don't know your products, you don't need to be into all the technical side. You don't need to delve too much. But you have to really, you can't give out links on something you haven't even looked at, can you? So come on, guys. Get that's what I want to say. Get your profile in ONET created and start requesting one another's friends. Let's see how them groups might kind of work out, whether that's working now. Let's get some groups built up there to start chatting. And yeah, that's my take on it there, really. Brand ambassadors. How can you be a brand ambassador and promote a link when you're not even using it yourself? There you go.
Yeah. So thank you, Anita. I think this topic, this point is something that we need to hear what the gentlemen want to say about it too. So Andy, your take, please, on what Anita has just said.
She is quite right, of course. And at the end of the day, once you've migrated across to the ONPASSIVE ecosystem, play around. It's yours to play around with. You're not going to break it. Get to understand how it works. Play with it. Learn. Doesn't take much. So yeah, absolutely. Take advantage of what you can while you can. And when we're good and ready to go to market with the products that are there, then fantastic.
All right, Collins, anything from you, please?
Yes, just well said, Anita. It's really good, because a lot of, especially brand ambassadors, they are just they're eager to share their link to go out, you know, and do, which is really great. But what are you sharing and who are you sharing it to? Because there are a lot of questions that they will ask you. You know, these links, you know, they are tied down to individual products, and you want to bring maybe your friends and family to come and use it. And if someone asks you, what is it all about? This link you've shared to me, how does it work? What is really there? Why should I even use it? You know, why is it better than this? There is nothing you will say. And if you have that within, because the ecosystem is your business, you have a business, each founding position is a business. So if you don't even know a little bit about, like what Anita said, you don't even know a little bit about it, it's just like someone who is selling rice and is going to the neighbor shop to buy rice. You have it, but you're going to another shop to buy it, not knowing that you have it, you know. So, but when you take your time and you understand it, like what Anita said, you play with it, you invite your friends, you say, oh, have a look, you know, you have a better understanding. So when the links are out and you want to share it, you walk, you know, you stand in and you say, you know what, this is the best, this is where I am. If you want to connect with me here, and we can have discussion. We can do video mail, you can speech to text, all of those things, you know, it is protected. You can give them the value, the features that we have that other companies don't have. You know, that's the reason of the link. Because if we don't do it, Mr. Ash will still put it out there, whether we like it or not. There are people who will come in and know ONPASSIVE more than we, the founders. And they'll be the one to teach us, to tell us that, do you know that you have this? Do you know that this product? And maybe the products you don't even know the name. Because some are really, really disconnected. Most of the founders are really disconnected and they don't even know what is happening behind, within the ecosystem, what is really there. And someone out there, resellers, as Anita said, customers, they will come and teach us about our own products. And you call yourself a founder, and someone is coming, it's like a visitor coming to your house to tell you where your closet are. So I just want to say this, just learn it, because the more you know it, you are in a better position to even do better. You know, like when Andy said Andy is fired up, Anita is, you know, comfort, is because they know what is coming. They have a well understanding of what they can see, so they can really put it out there and tell someone what we have. And when you see mass follower coming, say, why are people not coming to me? It's because you don't know what to say, because you've never sit back, look at ONPASSIVE, see what ONPASSIVE can offer. You know, so you allow the company that to do it for you, which is good. Andy said it yesterday. If you want to fold your arm, yes, ONPASSIVE will do it for you. No doubt, it's all done for you. But if you want to get there quicker, you must do something. So that's it. I'll leave it there.
Wow. I think I like what Amina is saying here. You know, she says, just for my daily job, I now use almost 25 solutions. When I match them for ONPASSIVE solutions, I just need 12 of them. So she says she will surely save money in her business. This is what we've got, because we're different, we're number one, we're the first and the best. You need to know your product, you need to know what you've got, and you can only give what you have. And moreover, I think before we round up, one thing that people even need to know more is getting to know your products and not even waiting for the link, because whether you share the link or not, you win, because it's not your job in the first place to do the link sharing thing. It's Ash and his team, it's their job, and they're happy to do it. So if you share it because you care and you love to tell people about your business, get to know it. Just get to know it first. Because from my own experience, when you just tell people about what we've got, I don't care about the link, but then you just tell, because they need to know the value we've got on the table. And the next thing, when you finish, they're like, how can I be part of this? How can I be part of it? That's when you tell them, yeah, we're waiting when the link comes. But while we're waiting for the link to come for you to be able to access it, you can find out more about us on passive.com, right? So let's do this, guys, because we know that we can do it. So we were trying, working hard not to keep people for so long today. So if there's some other thing, I know this is my traditional thing, I always like this last minute, because something may come to mind, you say, oh, I should have said this, so that time is now. Anita, do you have one last quick thing to say before we round up, please?
just you know, really just following on from what we were saying there. Look, no one's saying that people have to get really too involved in what other stuff that, you know, mail provides. I mean, I said to my friend last night, look, really, just knowing that you can do text to speech to text and video mail, that was enough to blow her away. You know, so that's it. Keep it simple. When I was in, you know, in sales, it's keep it simple, stupid. Kiss. You don't need to entangle yourself with all these other things it does and doesn't. Just say, it's fantastic. That's what it does. Here's my link. Have a look. You know, then it's got something else on there it does that doesn't float your boat, but it does theirs. But it's just the main key things, you know, and the main key things like with ONET. But, you know, for those people that don't want to be active, this is the thing I wanted to say. If they're looking to be passive, that's absolutely fine. But what you must remember is you still have to take action to be passive, because you still have to be able to know your way around the ecosystem. You're still going to need to have to learn how to use a wallet. You're still going to have to learn how to set up website traffic to the website, etc., etc. So I'm afraid to say, like anything in life, it's like if you set up a new high interest bank account, you're either going to do that on the app on your phone, so you're going to have to learn how to do it and transfer money and whatever, or you've got to get off your backside and go down and do it all face to face in the bank. Either way, you have to take some action. So if you want to be passive, that's great, but I'm afraid to say there's a bit of action to do to become passive, if you get my drift.
Right.
That's what I want to spend on.
Okay.
As I said yesterday, proper prior planning. You know, I've said this before, but we have an opportunity here to use the existing social media platform to boost the number of friends you've had. How many of those listening are up to the max? Yeah, how many of you have actually gone out there and gone, do you know what? I could start with potentially 5,000 customers by maxing out the number of people that I've connected with on Facebook. It doesn't take much. Add friend, add friend, add friend, add friend.
Yeah, it takes just a punch with a finger, and that's
exactly. Yeah. So, but these are all potential customers. This is what I'm trying to say to everybody. They're all potential customers. I go through my spam box every day for all of the emails that I've got, and I'm up to nearly 3,000 that I could send out. Yeah, when we go live. Hi, I'm using this system. If you want to get hold of me from now on, you're going to have to use this one. By the way, it's free and it does this, 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 and this. Want to know more? Come back to me. That's potentially 3,000 more customers. Yeah,
Wow.
It doesn't take much. It's just a thought process. How do I get customers? Well, you have them all around you. LinkedIn, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, friends in the community, your clubs, your associations, anything you do, your church, you know, they're all potential customers. So don't waste this time before we get our links. Make it count for you.
Perfect. Thank you, Andy. So, Collins, I'll just like you to go back to something in the voice message you put on our chat platform earlier on today, because as much as we sit here and talk, sometimes it just feel like pouring water on the desk, but people still go wrong. So, if you can just make tell people quickly what the experience Vincent had today, so that you point our people again where they should get the right information, so that somebody doesn't find themselves wanting.
Oh, thanks, Mr. Comfort. Yeah. So yes, it was like really terrible today. I had to wake up from sleep. You know, I wake up this early morning. I saw a lot of chat within one of the forum, the Heroes Forum. And there was this guy who just put something asking for money with the bank account and everything, charity and something. So I saw a lot of text points like, this wrong platform, this is a wrong platform, this is not. So I went and I deleted, because an admin, you can delete everything. So I deleted and I decided to remove the guy from the platform. The moment I removed that guy, don't know who he was, the country are just like, okay, you are gone. You're not fit to be here anymore. This is ONPASSIVE. So this guy now called Vincent. Morning, yeah. Can you send me a code? I've just sent a code to your phone. How did you get his phone? I don't know. So Vincent was like back and forth with this guy and said, you are a scammer because I can't see you sending code to my phone and you're telling me to give you the code. Are you trying to hack us or are you trying to hack something? No, I want to get to the Heroes platform and blah, blah, blah. Vincent, they were just like front and back. Vincent was so upset. Vincent banged the phone and then called me. So when they called me, I know, oh, this guy was just trying to hack onto the platform and get every information, trying to lure people to get money from them. So I left that audio message and said, please, if you receive any code on your phone at this point in time, don't respond, delete it, block the person. Because a lot of people are going out there doing terrible things in the name of ONPASSIVE. So they come to a platform, though they are founders, they try now to see how they can steal from others, which is really bad. So we're just making the announcement. Well, if you watch it or you're watching us now, please spread it out to all the platforms wherever you are and said, you receive a code on your phone, don't do anything, just delete the person and block him. Because I don't know why people are going out doing all of these things. It's just terrible.
Yeah, sure. Why I just asked for this is because we need to know that if anything comes out, if you find any information there and it's not coming from the back office, then it's not ONPASSIVE. Because some people are so, well, I don't want to use improper words, but some people really just, they don't think, they just quickly accept anything. Before you discover, you start crying foul, it would be late. So if anybody comes to you like that, please find out, say, all right, I need to check at the back office. And if you can't see anything there, come back and ask any of the leaders that you know. If you can't lay hands on any leader immediately, drop a question, just drop it, say something about it on the chat forum where you are, because we know the genuine chat forums. Ask, somebody has contacted me with this and that. Is that true? Don't just go ahead and release your information and all of those things before it gets too late. So I think it's just good to know. So let's keep on telling our team members, our family members, our partners, and so on, as however we want to call it. Everybody needs to be careful. So guys, it's been another great evening and I really appreciate you. Thank you, team, for always being there. And guys, thank you for the wonderful contributions this evening again, as usual. Thank you for those who joined us today for the first time. And we're running on about 7 channels. So just go ahead and subscribe on any of them that you're watching from. And why not click on the bell, because we'll be back again soon. Thank you guys and have a wonderful evening. Bye.